Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and this is a VR to Giselle of Mad Witch. She posted a video a little while ago about, and I'm not sure that an official tag has been settled on, but it was, the gist of it was one deck from each system of the RWS, Thoth, and Marseille that's not the original. So one deck from your collection that follows those systems but is not the original of the systems. So I thought I would jump on board now that I've got at least one deck from all three of those systems. I realize there are other systems and newer systems and non-systems and all the rest, but anyway, to get started, the RWS clone that I went with is the Steampunk Tarot, and I had a box for this at one point. I don't anymore. I think I'm losing the light here today. Oh well, can't be helped. This was the first deck I ever got because I wanted to learn the RWS, but I didn't want the RWS. The art style, the colors, they just don't work for me. The yellow skies get me. I just can't with the yellow skies. I don't know why. But this deck is pretty well a clone. It's got all the main symbolism, or pretty nearly. It's even got all the same colors, if you read into colors and all that sort of thing. It's obviously different tones of those colors, but it's all there, or pretty nearly all there. And so this is what I went with, and it's fantastic. It was a very good starter deck, I would say, because it is so close to the RWS that I could watch, you know, tutorials and read books and things and follow along with the symbolism. But also it's tiny and amazing, and I've edged it in black, which I love. And very cheap. So I thought that if I ended up not liking it, it wasn't like I'd spent a lot of money investing in a fancy new deck if I wasn't sure about this whole thing. So as it turns out, I do seem to have liked tarot quite a lot. It's been a couple years since then, and I've accumulated a small collection, but a few decks since then. So clearly I've stuck with it, but I've kept this one. I don't use it as often as I probably should, but it is, I love the artwork on it. It's a style that I don't know, I think I don't get bored of the artwork in the way that I would of the RWS, which I realize might be heresy to some people, but sorry. So that is the Steampunk Tarot, which is my RWS clone. My Thoth Tarot is less a clone and more just inspired by, well, clone-ish, and that's the Tarot Avatar. It is, whoops, just extra cards I forgot to take out. It's basically in order because I am using it for the deck and walk, and of the three systems, I think the Thoth would be my favorite art style of the three of them. And this is very close. It's got a lot of the same imagery. It's got a lot of the same colors. It's got the occasional RWS reference, but it is more Thoth than RWS. And I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And I have been studying with it since the beginning of the deck mock so far, and I still love it, so that's a good sign. That's the Tarot Avatara, which is my Thoth deck. My Marseille deck I just got, and actually I think it'll be in the next Booker deck haul that I do, which I haven't filmed yet, so spoiler, oh well. It is the 7th Sphere Tarot de Marseille, and this is because I love the artwork on this one and the colors and everything. But also, equally, I don't love either the art or the colors of the original Marseille or various other Marseille-ish around that same time period decks. And I realize a lot of that is to do with the printing techniques and colors and whatnot available at the time, and that's fine. But it's not for me. Whereas this? Very much for me. This, even the swords card, this is making me, the shades of purple make me love the sword suit. So that is a Tarot de Marseille, which I've only just started using on account of only just having gotten it. Oops, and I'm making a mess. Well, that's not out of character. So I've started reading Untold Tarot, but I haven't really gotten very far into it, so that is still very much a work in progress. Alright, now there are a couple other decks that I have. One of them is a playing card deck because I have started using those lately, and this is the Weird of Sarah Howard, which is an oracle deck by Gabby Angus West, who did the Tarot Avatara, but it's also, amazingly, a playing card deck. So it's got the 2 of Hearts in the corner, Three of Spades. This one I also just got in the mail, like 2 days ago. Very recently. And it's one that actually she just had for sale in her shop very recently. So I had to order it immediately because I know it's gone. It's one of those decks that goes out of stock for a while, and then she reprints it, and then it goes out of stock for a while. And so I think this is by the 3rd printing at this point, but I had no idea when the next one would be, and I love the Avatara so much that I thought I'd get this one. And even though I've only had it for 2 days so far, I am not disappointed. It's just as beautiful. It's much waterier. This is much fierier, and this is waterier. It's the story behind this is that it's set at a lake in Australia, which I should look up at some point. And so yeah, it's got the playing card equivalent, as well as a key phrase that has replaced the keywords in the original. And it does have pages or princesses, which you could take out if you were so inclined, and just use it like a regular playing card deck. But yeah, that's a playing card deck, such as it is. It's beautiful and I love it. And next, and my final deck, is pardon me, a deck with no system or its own system. And this one very much has its own system, and that is the Margarete Petersen Tarot. And I love it. It's beautiful. It is an original, not an original, like not a first edition original, but original as in her style is original to her. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's very intuitive. You just got to go where it takes you, sort of a deck. And it has the occasional Rider-Waite. Like there, the moon has the two mountain-ish with a river-ish imagery. So, you know, hints of RWS, but also very much its own system. And I really have to work with this more. The thing is, it's not an everyday deck. Maybe it should be an everyday deck, I don't know. But I love that one. The crone. Oh, and there's a siren of some sort outside, which you might be able to hear. That's fun. What is that? Oh, that's a face. Wow. This is sort of a dreamscape journeying intuitive tarot for me, so that's where this one sits, which maybe means I should do that more often. But yeah, so this is the one with either no system or its own system. It's pretty well its own system, even if it has hints of RWS. So that was my quick extra video. I'm not sure when I'm gonna, oops, making a mess again, post it, because I had a schedule, and then Mad Witch put this out, and I thought, well, I have to do this. So I don't know where I'll slot it in. I'm autistic, so I like my schedule. My schedule is very helpful to me. However, so this might either replace something or just probably more likely get slotted in as a extra. So yeah, those are my decks of different systems that aren't the originals, and I'll try and look up if there's an official tag for this one or not yet. Just winging it sort of a tag, but yeah, there we are. Thank you to Mad Witch for coming up with this one. It was fun to think about, and it's been fun to watch everybody else's. I'm always on the lookout for more Thothy and Marseille style decks that aren't the originals. So I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the responses to this one. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.